Welcome everyone. Super excited that you are here today. And today is day 3 of the series of 6. My name is Brigitte Höfele and I am here with John Kurth. When you are coming on, and I think I've admitted pretty much everyone into this wonderful class, day 3, come on and share with us. Where are you calling in from? So we have Minnesota in the house. Yeah, you betcha. I know we have some folks from the West Coast, from the East Coast. Yeah, I did. And I have my husband screaming from the background. We have some technical difficulties, but you know what? As a trainer and as a speaker, there is one really good concept that I can just pass on to you, and that is go with the flow and as is it. You just go with the flow and as is it. So Christian, I did make you the co-host, and maybe he can figure out how we can go live on Facebook. So welcome everyone. Today is all about flexibility, and flexibility is your real competitive advantage. Write this down. Flexibility is your real competitive advantage. Some of you that have gone through our NLP training or ongoing training, some of you that have been coaching with us know that the law of requisite variety. I'm going to go through that here in a little bit. My name is Brigitte Höfele. I am the CEO and owner of the NLP Institute of Atlanta. We do NLP training all throughout the United States and abroad. Super excited. We have people that we work with from all around the world over to Australia, Spain, Germany, and I am here with another Grandmaster and fellow Grandmaster NLP trainer, and that is John Kurth. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks so much, Brigitte. Just a little bit about myself. I'm president and founder of Syntactic Sales Scripting, the syntax of success. I help people win more customers and keep them coming back with authentic, powerful language that works. I'm also highly skilled in neuro-linguistic programming. Brigitte is a fellow grandmaster, and I say that with utmost respect, with her abilities that you have felt and an experience over the last 2 days, and many of you experienced firsthand. I'm also the published author of the book, What Are Your Words Wearing? Now, this is backwards on the screen, but the title is, What Are Your Words Wearing? So, Brigitte, why don't you tell us some more about flexibility and what we're going to be covering today?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and sharing that with you now. Can everyone see my screen? Yes? Awesome. We're going to play from the current slide. So today is all about flexibility. And as you see here, here's the plant bamboo. Now we all know, or most of us know, that bamboo, once the seed is placed in the ground, it takes a long, long time, up to 8 years, until it just shoots up. So how often do we think we are buried alive, only to know that we're actually a seed that's going to sprout up and shoot up and be very flexible? That is my goal for you guys, not just in this class today, but moving forward into the future, because eventually we're going to come out of this time of uncertainty. So today is all about flexibility, and we love, when John and I put this class together, we talked about flexibility. And we talked about bamboo, and he shared with me something that I found highly fascinating, and I didn't quit. You see this is a building in Hong Kong, and the scaffolding, they're not using rebar, they are using bamboo for the scaffolding, which is so incredibly fascinating to me. And apparently that is throughout Asia. Is that correct, John?
Yes, because Asia has typhoons, hurricanes, and the workers don't work when the winds are blowing like that, but the bamboo scaffolding holds. And by the way, that picture is the building of the Hong Kong Convention Center. I worked and lived in Hong Kong in 2000, so it was built by then, but I recognize the building.
Nice, very nice. So my goal for all of us is to be as most flexible, that if there is a storm, if there's a typhoon, if there's any kinds of winds, that we can sway with the winds and stay strong and rooted in our roots. Let me further here my screen. So many of you have heard about the Moravian communication model, and Albert Moravian has put communication, especially in a heightened state of emotion, into three categories: words, tonality, and body language. So words are 7%, tonality and voice tone modulations and so forth are 38%, and body language is 55%. So imagine people on the phone, they do not see you, they only hear you, and they're mostly probably paying attention to your words. So if words are only 7% and you're not choosing the right words, that is a big problem, and your chances are only 7%. Now let me put some more fuel to the fire here. Our words and our value system and our representational system is made up in a value system, blueprint, action, nurturing, and knowledge, and in a representational system, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and auditory digital. Those are 8 different value systems and representational systems that we are communicating with. Now, unfortunately, we're not all equipped in firing and communicating in all 8 cylinders. You see a V8 here. Most of us only speak in one dominant representational system. I myself am highly visual, and also speak in one high dominant personality code. I am a high action. If I only speak in my action language and in my visual language, I leave out 6 other languages or coded languages, and therefore my chances to really speak to someone, to really speak their words, are slim to none. 2%, the highest. So you becoming more flexible in the words that you are choosing and the words that you're starting to be able to listen to the person that is speaking to you, is going to make you the most flexible person. And that gives you a real competitive advantage. Now, let's break down those 8 cylinders, and I want to break them down in 4s and 4s. We're first going to start with the representational systems. John.
All right, so let's talk about representational systems. We view and process information about the world through our senses, through our dominant senses. These are called representational systems, or rep systems for short. What's really important about it is, how does it impact us? Seeing, visual, that's a visual rep system. Auditory, hearing. Kinesthetic, touch. The 4th one is called auditory digital. It's words or things processed in discrete packets. And if you look up in the dictionary for what auditory digital means, you're going to see a picture of me, because I'm highly auditory digital. Now, the thing is, your representational systems are written all over your language patterns. Everyone's an open book. So visual language predicates, has someone ever said to you, do you see what I mean? Highly visual. Auditory, it's clear as a bell. Kinesthetic, I'm sticking my neck out for you. Now, important thing about those language predicates, particularly kinesthetic, in the Zoom digital world we're in, people see, people hear, but you can use the language of touch. Those are kinesthetic language predicates. There's hundreds of language predicates for visual, auditory, digital. So to make a point in the chat box, I want you to type in a very powerful kinesthetic language predicate phrase, and it's going to be this. Type in, I feel powerful. I feel powerful. Feel is a kinesthetic language predicate. We want you to own more of your power. So especially when you're communicating to others, you know their dominant rep systems, make sure you use their dominant language styles. And the good news is, you don't have to guess. People are very clear, and you can weave the different language predicates in your presentation so you're hitting on all four all the time. Brigitte, let's talk. We'll pivot on over to you talking about the value systems and BANK. Tell us about that.
Yes, thank you for that, John. So I really would like for you to, as you're typing this in, this is an anchor also for you, and really anchor in that you feel powerful, and anchor that somewhere in your body. During this time, and as you move forward, you're going to fine tune auditory, your hearing, and your listening so you can speak it back. So I'm going to add the other 4 cylinders to this as well. And those are the value systems of the BANK methodology. So we have the blueprint. The blueprint, if we can put it in 4-letter words, the blueprint language is all about planning. People in HR are very much in that value system. The action, if we put a 4-letter word to that, is they're always up for the best. They're very competitive. I am a high action person. I'm very animated. I'm very in your face. Then we have the nurturer. Their value system, if we put a 4-letter word to that, is care. They're all about being in touch with you and taking care of you. They're the ones that have a heart of gold, and they're the peanut butter of any community. And then we have the knowledge person that are all about knowing. Know is the 4-letter word. And if we look up again in the dictionary, there's another picture in there of John Kurth. So knowledge.
Actually, there we go.
We also have a gang sign for knowledge.
For your Star Trek people out there, I attempt to do the Vulcan sign, so I'm dating myself. Yes, I'm a Star Trek fan.
It's a Trekkie. So it is all about your flexibility to fire on those 4 cylinders as well. And I have shared some of the value words and some of the values here on this slide. We don't have a lot of time to go through that. That is something for another course. Then we also go, and this is to kind of sum this up, this is about the law of requisite variety. What is the law of requisite variety? Boy, it's hard for me as a German to even say anyway. You know what it is. The law of requisite variety is a presupposition of NLP. So it presupposes something, and that is that it states the person with the most flexibility of behavior and language will control the system. I'm going to say that again. The person with the most flexibility will control the system. So it's up to you to figure out, do you want to control the system on a greater scale? Do you want to become more aware of your own language patterns and your limitations of your language patterns, so you can then become more flexible, learn more about the representational systems and the value systems? That is really up to you if you want to be as flexible. So right now, there's another declaration that I invite you to do that, and that is go in the chat and say, I am flexible. How flexible are you? How flexible do you want to become? So next week, we're going to go into more of that flexibility, and we're going to share even more knowledge with you next week, not on the law of requisite variety, but we're going to go into other strategies. John, back to you.
One of the things about the BANK methodology, it's about values-driven selling. Values affect how you sell and how you want to be sold. So link your product or service to their values. For Brigitte, I'm going to talk about the new product. Maybe it's a Louis Vuitton bag. It's going to make her look great when she goes out, whether it's for business or other things. People are going to notice. People are going to compliment on her that it's going to be perfect for her jet set lifestyle. Notice, I'm selling to her value systems, not mine. That's key, because when you're linking it to their value systems, the more values you link your product or service to their values, the stronger the identification, both conscious and unconscious identification. In this time, people are getting really reconnected to their values. So values-driven selling and what they find valuable needs to be part of your entire sales conversation and your sales language. Brigida, share with us what we're going to cover next week.
So next week, we're going to start on Tuesday again, Tuesday, 12 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific time, and any time zone in between. We're going to talk about customer retention, and we're going to go more into customer care next week, and that is talking to all of you because we are all in sales. Even if you're not in sales, we're all in sales. We're all about serving the customer. So next week on Tuesday, we're going to go into customer retention. Super excited to hear more about that. John is going to bring us great strategies, great knowledge, great information. We're going to make it fun and light. Someone asked in the chat if we will share the slides with you. I'd be more than happy to share the slides with you guys. Absolutely, it would be my pleasure. I'm going to share them on the NLP Facebook group that everyone can have access to it. So I'm going to share them as a PDF in the NLP Facebook group. Just go to Facebook and type in NLP Atlanta. Also follow us on Instagram, NLP Atlanta. Share the love. We tried to go Facebook live today, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't work today. You know what? I'm just going to share the recording on our NLP Facebook group in the event section, and you can share it away from there. This is all about caring for you and you continuing that ripple effect. So if we're going to, not if, but when we're going to see you on Tuesday, share with us. Are you going to be here next Tuesday? Share in the chat. Say, I'm going to be here. I am here. That is another declaration that you are going to continue to be here. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you, John. Thank you for being on. Thank you for being incredible, incredible people and pouring into you and allowing us to pour into you as well. So see you Tuesday, 12 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you, John. Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Brigida. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.